Hello and welcome to Daily News Analysis by Abhikshiksha. Today is 16th of February 2023 and this is the list that we'll be covering today. The first news is Cabinet approves centrally sponsored scheme, Vibrant Village Program. So this is from PIB, source from PIB, given by Ministry of Home Affairs, right? Now what is Vibrant Villages Program? The scheme will provide funds for development of essential infrastructure and creation of livelihood opportunities in 19 districts and border blocks in 4 states and 1 union territory along the northern land border of the country. Okay, so these villages will have essential infrastructure, then there will be livelihood opportunities. Okay, so this will help people to stay in their native locations in border areas and reversing the out migration of people so that the security of the border areas are maintained. Now why is it been done along the northern border? If we have to look particularly towards the borders with Tibet and China, so we have been seeing in news, recent news, intrusion of Chinese armies into Indian territories, uh, because from our side there is not much population living in the fringes, right? A lot of people go out to work, right, to earn a livelihood. So there are very few people. So the Chinese forces sometimes take advantage of this sparse populated areas and they tend to intrude inside the territory of our country. So this Vibrant Villages program will see to that migration doesn't happen from these areas to other parts of the country or particularly in the state, so that the livelihood and the people are in the same place, right? This will help securing our border areas. Okay. Now, what are the key infrastructure programs? So, all-weather road, drinking water supply, then 24/7 electricity by using solar and wind energy, right? So this will be focused alongside mobile and internet connectivity. Now there are the plan is also to create tourist centers, multi-purpose centers, and health and awareness centers. So total of 4,800 crore rupees will be allocated. Okay, and the program will run from 2023, meaning from the last year it was supposed to run, but then it'll go till 26. Okay, 2026. Then again from PIB, the second news is the signing of memorandum of understanding between India and South Africa for cooperation in disability sector, right? Now this has been signed between the Department of Empowerment of Persons with Disabilities of both the governments, India and South Africa. Okay, so this will strengthen the bilateral ties that we have with South Africa. Now, what this will cater to? It will cater to the aging population and people with disabilities, person with disabilities, and aging population in both countries who especially require modern, scientific, durable, cost-effective aids and assistive devices. Okay. Now to talk about South Africa, South Africa is at the southernmost part of the continent Africa. If you see, this is the map of South Africa. At the southernmost part of continent is South Africa, right? Then it achieved this independence on May 31st, 1910 from Britain. Okay, and our relation with South Africa dates back way back actually during the colonial period also. But formally, if we have to think, it began in 1993 The diplomatic and consular relations began in 1993. But before that, also our Mahatma Gandhi has also launched a satyagraha movement in South Africa decades before uh, coming to India. And also with South Africa, we are associated through IPSA and BRICS. What is IPSA? IPSA is basically India, Brazil, and South Africa. It's a trilateral diplomatic arrangement. And BRICS. BRICS, we know Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. Those initiatives were connected with South Africa. Okay. And importance of South Africa is in terms of trade is a lot of Indian companies are based in South Africa as well, like Tata, etc. A lot of vehicles from India also are sold in the country. Okay, and plus we have cultural ties with South Africa. The third is again from PIB. It is also one memorandum of understanding between India and Chile for cooperation in the field of agriculture and allied sectors. Okay, this has also been approved by the government of India and Chile in the field of agriculture, right? So under this MOU, Chile-India Agricultural Working Group will be constituted, which will be responsible for supervision, review, and assessment of implementation of this memorandum for frequent communication and coordination. Okay, so this agricultural working group will be held once a year, alternatively in Chile and India. Okay, and this MOU will remain in force for a period of 5 years. After that, it will be renewed. Now, the main areas of cooperation in this memorandum of understanding is development of modern agriculture, then organic agriculture, right? Also to promote the exchange of policies that are aimed to develop organic production in both countries, right? Now, this promotion of modern agriculture will be through innovation in the agricultural sector in Indian institutes as well as Chilean institutes. Okay. Now, if you look at this map, this is South America, and here you can see this tiny strip of land. This is Chile. Okay. Now it is located on the western seaboard of South America. It got its independence on September 18, 1810 from Spain. Okay. Now, India-Chile relations are characterized by warmth, friendship, and commonality of views on wide range of issues. And we have signed a lot of agreements and MOUs in the fields of sports, science and tech, Antarctic expeditions and defense, air services, education, renewable energy, agriculture, which is this MOU, outer space, geology, and mineral resources. Okay. Then this is from the Hindu. HAL to provide maintenance and overhaul support for MQ-9B drone engines in India. Okay, now we have to understand HAL is a state-owned aerospace and defense company, right? Its headquarters is in Bangalore, and this was established on 23rd December 1940. Okay, now HAL has been producing our, helicopters for defense, right? Recently, also they have launched the helicopter factory. So Hindustan Aeronautics Limited, HAL stands for Hindustan Aeronautics Limited. Now this is one of the oldest and largest aerospace and defense manufacturers in the world. So HAL is one of the oldest, and HAL involves itself in designing and manufacturing of fighter jets, helicopters, etc. for military, right? Now HAL will maintain this MQ-9B. What is MQ-9B? MQ-9B is next generation of remotely piloted aircraft system, RPAS, which is basically drone by the US, right? Developed by the US military. So since India is procuring this RPAS, and HAL has provided that it'll support or it'll maintain the engines. Okay. Now MQ-9B is designed to fly over uh, up to 40 plus hours via satellite in all types of weather, okay, and safely integrate into civil airspace, which is a very big focus of contention when it comes to airspace between countries. And this will enable joint forces and civil authorities to deliver real-time situational awareness anywhere in the world, whether it's night or day. And MQ-9B is particularly for surveillance and reconnaissance. Again, from Hindu, we have India and Bangladesh to back each other for UNSC membership. Now, to talk about UNSC, that is United Nations Security Council, it is primarily responsible for the maintenance of international peace and security. Now, the Security Council originally consisted of 11 members that has increased to 15 in 1965. Now, out of 15, 5 are permanent members and 10 are non-permanent members. So 10 non-permanent members and 5 more permanent members are China, France, Russia, the United Kingdom, and the United States. So India is a non-permanent member. And these non-permanent members are elected for 2-year terms by the United Nations General Assembly. And therefore, India and Bangladesh have had talks to back each other for this non-permanent membership. Okay. Then from the Assam Tribune, we have this short news, that is donor, that is the development of northeastern region ministry has new plan, new investment scheme for the whole of Northeast, and therefore this scheme that is dedicated for the development of Northeast is under a purview, or the Minister of Donor has asked all the chief ministers of all the northeastern states to share their inputs for the launch of the investment scheme. Okay. Therefore, this brings us to the end of today's news analysis. We hope you're enjoying this series. We'll definitely bring new courses in the future so that you benefit from us and we also benefit from you in that regard. And do join our Telegram channel for all the PDFs and also content updates that we are publishing. So thank you for joining this session. We'll see you soon.